I thought I would take a few videos. I'll try and keep them short so that I can just sort of send them through one at a time. Here is the entrance, so that's down the hill, that's up the hill, and you've got a pretty easy turn in, and obviously tar seal driveway the whole way up. The boundary peg is right there, so I'll explain in a minute, but effectively there is an easement allowing the next door neighbour to come up the first sort of 10 metres of the drive and then turn left up into their parking area. So you own this corner, but they have a right of use just to sort of access their parking area, and that includes the first probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 metres of the steps. And then the other, and this is all the gravel trays that have come out that they're going to have to get rid of. And this parking area is yours, just a little overflow park. And the other boundary marker is just down there. You can sort of see it in the corner there. So these are the poles about 6 metres high that carry the power up. I got them to put in another pole when I was getting the power put in, so that you can put a gate on or whatever. I've just got a chain across it at the moment. I'll take you up. So there's a big, actually I'll show you from down here, there's a big triangle of land through the middle here. So we're about on the boundary, and the boundary runs up to the right hand side of the house, and the water tank, which I'll show you up the top, actually straddles the boundary line. So there's a whole big section of native bush up through here with some big kauris and a couple of rimu and stuff on it. Excuse the heavy breathing as I walk up the driveway. And then there's a big triangle of land down to the right here as well that basically goes obviously down to that boundary peg, and the top kind of corner, if you like, is the corner post of the retaining wall. So that corner post of the retaining wall runs all the way down through those natives to the boundary peg I showed you at the bottom. And there's the top power box and the meter, and big flat parking, turnaround, building, whatever you want to do, and the cabins. And up the back there's one quite mature kauri there. There's another one sort of set about 10 metres back. There's a couple of little ones in the front there, so if you did want to build above the retaining wall, you could take out a couple of the smaller ones without too much drama, and then you can sort of go back about 10 metres to build the house sort of set back or cantilevered out or whatever without too much drama. So this is the shower bathroom type block that I just built. I need to put some timber sort of up under the eaves there, because when rain comes in sideways it goes down the wall a little bit, so I just need to fix that up. But yeah, that's the sort of what was intended to be the bathroom shed, but you can do whatever you want with it. And this is the little cabin, powered. It's got lights, it's got all the plumbing in there. It's not plumbed to a water source yet, but it's all ready to go. And that table, if you take out the bed base, goes in the middle, and you've obviously got 3-sided seating. Or you can take the table out, put the base in, and you've got, massive queen size bed, I think it is. Nice and cozy. Extractor fan. It's got a little outlet there for an air conditioning unit, which I've also got. So in summer when it gets really hot, you can turn the aircon on, or just turn the extractor on if you want to take some heat out. power points there as well. So loads of power points around the place. And there's the tap that you plug in for the hose to feed water to it. And that also gives you an outdoor tap. And there's the power connector down in the corner. Sorry to change it up, but I'll do this one vertically. And I'll take you up the back. So, heading up, we're sort of right on the boundary line now because it runs right through the middle of the water tank. So all that bush down through there is yours. And I come up here. There's the old long drop. And if you can see up there in the corner, that's the boundary peg for the, what's that, the southeastern boundary. And we go up here, there's a nice flat area that you could put a water tank. And there is the boundary peg for the southwestern boundary. The house doesn't have too many windows on that side, so no one really looks across at all. And unfortunately, as luck would have it, the clouds have just rolled in, but this was coated in sunshine before. And I'll sort of bush crash through here and show you the view from the top of the retaining wall. So you get a sense of that. Not in very good shoes for this, but so will be. Right, better pay attention so I don't fall off. Here we are at the top of the retaining wall, and that's, you can't really tell where the clouds meet the sea, but that's all sea view out there. And as you can see, there's a couple of little kauri through here. They'd be 150 mil across, I guess. And there's one bigger one there, which would be 400 across, I guess. So everything through here, going back at least 10 metres, if you wanted to take it out to build, you could, and you'd still have heaps of kauri established up here. And you'd have unbelievable sun. You could probably trim up that Remo a little bit if you want, but I'd be wary of doing that because in summer it's so hot up here that you probably want a bit of shade. It's just that we're in winter solstice that, it's a little bit grey, the sun's low on the horizon, but even still it's still just at the top of those trees there. So in another hour or so, you'll have, all day sun until it sets down there in the west.